welcome back to Music Teacher Reacts, where if the spacebar doesn't break your headphones, you know where the report button is. I'm really excited for this one. It took me a while to really just make sure that I had the right video because so many people were recommending the live at Tampere, and I hope I have the right one, and I was trying to follow your direction as much as possible because you do know better than me. I'm just going to take all the lead that I can from you. I absolutely love science. As far as I'm concerned, this is combining two of the most beautiful things ever. That is the history of Earth and possibly the universe. I'm not sure how this starts. And then secondly, music. So of course, I'm just going to get straight to it. There's so much about this introduction which is gorgeous. We have this interesting arpeggiated chord progression, which I know the keyboard player, Thomas, I don't want to pronounce his name wrongly, is the composer behind this. And it's this very interesting chord progression which is kind of moving throughout different keys, but it works so beautifully. And then on the second playing, you have this lovely cello, sustained kind of bass line, but almost counter melody. So I'm just so excited to see where this goes. The fireworks. Sorry for stopping. This is incredible. And I can already see that you have this illusion of, I'm not going to call it nothingness because it was beautiful, but it was this repetitive theme and then big bang. Piano doubling. That was a beautiful theme, and I know, again, this is telling a story, and I'm really hoping that we hear that back again, because it is going through the scientific history of the universe, and I'm seriously aching to hear that theme again. It was beautiful, and those sudden accented orchestral notes with the fireworks. The composition itself is just incredible, and seeing her obviously come in and sing that melody was beautiful. I was trying to catch some of the lyrics because there's no lyrics on there. And what I'm really loving about this development, again, is she's singing this beautiful melody. It's composed to have this gorgeous melody with this piano accompaniment, which has been introduced at the beginning, and this gradual increase of layers, or the layering of instruments, because the second time that vocal melody comes in again, you have very faintly these drums, which are playing this syncopated beat underneath, which is pushing this story forward. Again, compositionally, he could have not had that there, but he did. It's this boom, boom, boom.
After sleeping through 100 million centuries, we have finally opened our eyes on a sumptuous planet, sparkling with color, bountiful with life. Within decades, we must close our eyes again. Isn't it a noble and enlightened way of spending our brief time in the sun? To work at understanding the universe and how we have come to wake up in it.
Dawkins. I know something's about to happen and I had to talk about that. Dawkins! Dawkins makes an appearance. That's great because we've got that story happening and that development of that melody going into that heavier style is... I'm just so taken aback by this.
Cosmic law of gravity pulled the newborns around the fire. A careless cold infinity in every vast direction. Lonely Pharaoh in the Goldilocks zone, she has a tale to tell. From the stellar nursery into a carbon feast, enter Luca, the tapestry of chemistry. There's a writing in the garden, leading us to the mother of all. We are one, we are a universe. For there's what will be, science, love, and Evonian sea. Alien stars right in the time of our soul. Day to day, new opening for the greatest show on earth.
What I'm loving here is you had that vocals when Floor came in and it was this indefinite pitch, so speaking where we could really fully understand what was being said, and that contrasted with the singing of those definite pitches in the melody, of course, really made for something great to listen to. And that bass, sorry, I forgot the bass player's name. His voice is incredible. I can't, I mean, I'm talking about this and I should be looking at the camera and I just can't take my eyes off this staging.
Opening for the greatest show on earth. Iron channels welcoming the outside world to the stuff of stars. Banning the tree of a biological holy. Enter the tapestry of chemistry. There's a writing in the garden, leading us to the mother of all. We are one, we are a universe. Forever of what will be, science of the Devonian sea. Alien stars right in the time of our soul. Day to day, new opening for the greatest show on earth.
Beautiful. There's this minor tonality happening and it's got this modal feel. It feels more primitive. It's the chorus anyway. What I'm loving here as well is the use of the drums. So it's very heavy on the toms. Again, we've got this more of this primitive feel, this early feel, rather than the use of the snare and the hi-hat and the bass drums so heavily. And this is all combining to create this story, in my opinion anyway, correct me if I'm wrong, of development. What a well put together composition.
We are here to care for the garden, the wonder of earth, every form most beautiful. Every form most beautiful. dreams of what will be, science of the Devonian sea. Hey, young stars, riding the tail of a storm, a day-to-day new opening for the greatest show.
What's that drummer's name again? He's incredible. We're only halfway through, and she's got the audience going. Loving the color changes. I know he's about to sing I'm Gonna Take It Back. That development of this rhythmic melody started in those lower vocals. I don't know who was doing that, but it was brilliant.
After a billion years, the show is still here. A single one of your fathers died young. The 100 travelers out of Africa.
Little Lucy of the A-Bar. You found a fantasy to idolatry, to self-destructive weaponry, and turning out of guns deep within the past.
The mystic dread of the hunted. Ionia, the cradle of thought, the architecture of understanding, the human lust to feel so exceptional to rule the earth.
Hunger for shiny rocks, the giant mushroom clouds, the world's of newest should be done by. Into history, the grand finale, resurrection. Man, he took his time in the storm, and he dreamed he won the stage, a single grain of sand. He gave up to poetry, but what else is to be? With the last night of the library.
Beautiful. His vocals are incredible. And again, the range that he has. He's got such an amazing range and singing. I mean, I'm not a vocal coach or a vocal tutor, so I'm not going to... You've got 100 million other reactions from them to watch. But him singing in such a high register And I'm pretty sure that's not falsetto, that he's doing it in his chest voice, harmonizing with floor. It's just so proficient. I have to stop it there. I'm going to take it back. Was that Bach on the harpsichord? As in, are we up to the Baroque period? This is so interesting. Am I wrong? Did that just sound like Bach or not? Maybe I'm wrong. Way past the Baroque period. This is amazing. I don't even have to know this song. If I was there in the audience, and I swear I've never heard this before, that again, this understanding that we all share, this understanding of rhythm, this understanding of beat, to be able to cue people in. And I assume most, if not all of the people in there knew the song, so maybe they knew when to come in. But being able to just take her direction and hear that we were here, seeing it straight up on there once, and being able to repeat it back to her in time and not even know the song, just goes to show how well these themes are laid out and how well it connects with the people watching.
Jesus.
We
Hawkins is
And
back.
that makes us the lucky ones. Most people are never going to die because they're never going to be born. The potential people who could have been here in my place, but who will in fact never see the light of day, outnumber the sand grains of Sahara. Certainly those unborn ghosts include greater poets than Keats, scientists greater than Newton. We know this because the set of possible people allowed by our DNA so massively exceeds the set of actual people. In the teeth of these stupefying odds, it is you and I, in our ordinariness, that are here. We privileged few who won the lottery of birth against all odds. How dare we whine at our inevitable return to that prior state from which the vast majority have never stirred?
Stopping it for a reason.
There is grandeur in this view of life, with its several powers having been originally breathed into a few forms or into one. And that whilst this planet has gone cycling on according to the fixed law of gravity, from so simple a beginning, endless forms most beautiful and most wonderful have been and are being evolved.
Is just such a powerful message. And it conflicts strongly with a religious view. I'm not here at all to spark any kind of debate, because everybody's got the right to believe in whatever they want and take from that whatever they want. But I had to leave that going because when I stop to comment, I try to do it between sections. Sometimes I don't, but I try to do it between sections of music so that I can at least reflect on it and not interrupt what's happening in the particular section. And towards the end, there was just so much going on. I couldn't stop it, and I couldn't stop it to comment. I was thinking a lot, and I'm sure you guys are fine with that. I couldn't stop it to comment because it's just intriguing to see that consistently going, and I'm glad I didn't. We got Dawkins again. That was strong. And what was strong for me on that, and it wasn't much about the music. The music was beautiful. Don't get me wrong. The recurring themes was the biggest thing was the We Were Here. And I mentioned it earlier. I'm hoping that everybody who manages to watch or listen to this song can really take away that message, that death is inevitable, and why should we complain and whine about it? Because we're just so lucky. I think everything about the composition I've said during me watching that and stopping in between, but I know I'm going to listen to this again and again and again, like I have been with Ghost Love Score and Poet and the Pendulum. Straight after I've done that, I was in the car listening to it on repeat, and my reaction to Poet and the Pendulum was nothing compared to the way I reacted to it in the car. Unfortunately, because I didn't know the story, I love the song. I was in parts pretty much in tears driving, listening to that song again. Same with Ghost Love Score, of course, because it's such a beautiful composition. And this I know will be no exception, because I'm going to be listening to it again and again and picking up those little intricacies which I didn't pick up this time around. But again, thank you. And thank you for the suggestion. Thank you for the support. And of course, I will do what I can to bring out as much Nightwish content as I can. I do have quite a lot of other fans which have been so supportive. So please keep up to date. Please feel free to comment anything that you would like to in the comments. And I actually see all of them, the good ones, the bad ones, the constructive ones, and I take all of them on board. So please, I'm always looking at them. Thank you. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.